2, cheers. Look at this. Oh. Oh my god, that looks crazy good. Alright. She went to my penthouse and I freaked it. Look at the girth on that thing. What is up, guys? Welcome yet to another video. Oh my god, we got Mexican food today. We got el Cometa, we got some flautas, we got some tacos al pastor con queso, and then we get some quesadillas. Ooh, alright, it's the first time that I'm doing Mexican food, alright? Taco Bell doesn't count. Taco Bell doesn't count. No shade with Taco Bell, but y'all know that's not real Mexican food, you know. Today we're gonna review Megalopolis, written and directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Oh my god, guys! I know I say every video we got a lot to talk about, but boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. I got some 4 sauces: salsa verde, jalapeño, pico de gallo, and then salsa rojo. Woo! All right. I think for the... Oh, I accidentally over-ordered too. As always. They gave me like 2 plates of flautas when I only asked for 1.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna finish the one of the flautas because I have these and then I have the quesadilla. So we'll see. Gonna dive in, guys. Let's see. Ooh, flautas. Flautas. Yeah, right. Does not look appetizing. But trust me, guys, it's gonna be buzzing. Alright, 1, 2, cheers. Just like how I remembered them. Okay. And it's delicious. I can't wait to dive into the tacos right now. It'll be really good. Let's finish this. Let's finish this, shall we? I don't know why I thought Megalopolis, Mexican food, alright? It just felt right, you know, to combine those two. Alright. We ain't talk about the movie yet, alright? We need one more taco. We need a taco, alright? And then we can start. Alright. I think I'm gonna do a little salsa verde for 1. Algo leve, you know? I can't remember if like this one's spicy from there. I don't know. We gonna find out today though. We gonna find out. Of course, you gotta put some limon. A little citrus. I put it on all of it. Oh damn, okay. I got 2 from there. I think 1 is gonna do fine. Hell yeah. You know, maybe on the flautas too. Damn. These aren't dry at all, like my DMs. I like my freaking DMs, guys. Help me out. What's the issue, alright? She. Look at this. Oh. Alright. Bon appetit. Damn right. Whoa. Wow, guys. That's hella good. Do another bite. We have to do another bite. Unbelievable, guys. All right. Let's finish another bite. My fork, my specialty fork right there. You probably thought I was gonna feed my family or something. No, but this is all for me, all right? All right, let's dive in. Written and directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Megalopolis. The city of New Rome hosts the conflict between Caesar Catalina, a brilliant artist in favor of a utopian future, and the greedy mayor, Franklin Cicero. Between them is Julia Cicero, her loyalty divided between her father and her beloved. Woo! That name alone, Francis Ford Coppola, is enough to get hyped about this movie, honestly. Before I actually dive in, I just want to say on this channel, we never promote negativity. We always promote positivity, okay? So I will never degrade a movie. I will never talk crap about a project because at the end of the day, you know, they're artists. And when you make something so passionate of your own, that's everything, you know? So don't expect like me to like talk so much crap about it. So don't, you know, because I know this movie has received a lot of controversy, a lot of backlash, and just all around, just a lot of, let's just say, opinions. And starting with my opinion, super underwhelming. Super underwhelming. I was so hyped. Maybe that's the number one mistake I did. I think I held a lot of expectations for it. It did not meet any of them. This is a stacked cast too. This is so stacked. We got Adam Driver, Lawrence Fishburne. We get Dustin Hoffman and John Boyd. Like they came back from retirement for this project, you know. So that was kind of cool seeing them back in action. Shia LaBeouf. I mean, another person with just high controversy. You know, I'm not gonna be talking about that, but in this movie, you could tell he had a lot of fun with this role. Honestly, he had a lot of fun. In fact, I feel like it might be like a little too much at points, but Aubrey Plaza also like nails her role. I think Shia LaBeouf and Aubrey Plaza, it seems like all these actors signed on to make a different kind of movie, you know? Especially Aubrey and Shia, like all these performances are very different in their own way. And with them, they match each other's level, you know, match each other's freak, if you will. Because those are the only two performances in the film that I think were just so silly, so absurd, but I think in a good way, because this movie was just way over the top, and I just felt like it just didn't know what it wanted to be. I had really good ideas. I had high potential. All those ideas are like, okay, it sparks a conversation. You know, like in the movie, like the main character played by Adam Driver, his thing throughout the film is just sparking dialogue, right? How do we make a better society? You know, that's why he wants to make a utopian kind of, you know, future for all. But obviously it's met with backlash, it's met with some reception. Ultimately, I think it fails to deliver. There was four people that walked out. They walked out and not even halfway of the movie. That was crazy to me. I've never really experienced that. I've only experienced like one person leaving in the middle of a movie. But that was it. Like out of all my freaking 20 years of like of movie watching, like never has that happened. And 4 people walked out on that. That was honestly kind of sad to me, because But valid. It is valid because you feel the length of this movie. I think it's like 2 hours, 2 hours and 18 minutes. That movie felt like it was 3 hours just because of so much chaos happening. You know, I don't mind long movies. I don't. You know, and then this one's not even, I don't think it's that long, but it's just, it feels, it's kind of, it feels like a chore to finish that movie, you know? And the actors they try so hard to save that movie. Like, that just shows you how good of an actor you are. Like, these actors, phenomenal only because the script they were given, the lines, it's almost impossible to deliver with a straight face. Alright guys, let's dive in. Oh my god, this is a big one. Right here, do you see it? Alright, let's go in. 1, 2. Wow, that's so good. Like, I felt like for some reason I thought it was gonna be like greasy, like heavy, but it doesn't. It actually feels very light, you know? Or at least that's what I tell myself. You know? Ah! I hate when it falls apart. No. Alright, hold up. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to perform surgery right now. Alright. Ah, I'm messing this up. No! It just crumbled. Oh no. Alright guys, we'll pick this up. We're gonna pick this up. Alright. Alright guys. Gonna grab some of that tomato. I just love this cheese. This cheese. On tacos. So good. Wow, guys, I'm having a time of my life right now. This is so good. I know it sounds like crap right now. Like, you must, you're probably thinking like, okay, the food is like, it looks alright, but it doesn't look that good, alright? I swear, it's really good, guys. Honestly, like, I'm not saying this I'm not saying this to be like mean or anything or degrade the movie, but I think this movie has the potential to have a cult following like The Room. Honestly, I swear, like, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, if a movie entertains you the same way, whether it's good or bad, honestly, it did its job. It did its job. You were able to sit there, you made the choice to watch it over and over again. Like, I think it has that quality. And, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, this guy, you know, Francis, he made his passion project since the 90s, I believe. He's been wanting to make this movie since the 90s. And he finally made it. I mean, this guy took out a stake in his own wine company, made the movie on a $150 million budget of his own. This is probably the biggest indie movie, honestly. That alone is to be admired, is to respect. And I applaud him, honestly. Whether the movie's good or bad, I applaud him. At the same time, talking about the budget, you can tell it was so inconsistent in the way, like, where the money went. You know, there's scenes, moments where I was like, okay, I can tell this is expensive, right? And then there was other scenes where I was like, it looks kind of cheapy, you know? Like, especially the CGI. The CGI wasn't all bad. It wasn't horrible, but there's times where it looked funky. It looked really funky, and especially when they were trying to basically, like, you know, New Rome, right? Like, it was trying to replicate old Rome, and it's set in modern New York, you know? I mean, it's supposed to be like kind of a future New York, you know? And I feel like with some of the CGI elements trying to disguise New York as like a whole other, you know, place, especially when it was like the modern Coliseum and all that, I think it just totally fails to hit that mark. There were certain scenes when there was like outside where it just felt like, oh, they just shot that outside. It was just modern New York. And it just kind of lost the magic where I was like, oh, this is like New York if it was like in the future, you know? Like, oh, like, I just felt like I didn't really see that, you know? I didn't really... It took me out of it. It took me out of it where I was like, oh. And then some of those lines, it reminded me a lot of like the Star Wars prequels, but at least in those, I think that those movies have gotten better with time. I don't think this one will. Honestly, I don't think it will. And the dialogue was just so hard to follow because it was very much like Shakespearean, like old English, you know? And as an actor, like, I gotta just imagine delivering those lines is like, whoa, it's a whole other work. It's a whole other grind, you know? Again, I feel like it'd be hard to deliver those lines with a straight face, you know?
Entitles you to plow through the riches of my Emersonian mind?
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
So go back to the club. So go back to the club.
So go back to the club.
Right now we gotta try one of the quesadillas. We gotta try it. I gotta stop doing that. I know, I gotta stop doing it. Alright, I think on this stuff that I'm gonna put some of this. Some salsa right here. It reminds me a lot of the Chico's Tacos one, you know. Y'all know. Y'all know what place I'm talking about when I say Chico's Tacos. You're gonna be like, what? Where is that? Don't worry, that will be in an upcoming video, alright? I don't know how soon it's gonna be, but alright, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be there, alright? Woo. Alright, guys. It's gonna be hard. Like, this is how it looks, guys. This is how it looks. Look at that. Oh. Let's hope it's really spicy. Let's hope really is. Alright. I'm gonna have to stab it in the middle. Don't get mad at me, guys. It's just I can't hold it at the end. At the end of at the other end of the flauta. Alright, 1, 2. Oh my god. Alright. 1. Alright. Honestly, I'm gonna have to do the hands on this one. Alright. Alright, 1, 2. Okay. That has a spot now. Woo! Okay, that's really good. Mmm. Mmm. There's cheese. I love cheese. I'm like Wallace and Gromit. You know, have you seen that? Have you seen those movies? That show? That used to be my childhood right there. I think that's where I got my love of cheese. You like cheese? Mmm. Water break. Water break. Don't get triggered or oh my god, I just put the whole thing. Frig it. I went into my She went to my penthouse and I freaked it. Oh, this is fat. Look at the girth on that thing. Ah! I spilled some. Alright. Oh. The juice. Alright. Hmm. That's a big greasy. Look at that. Imagine your self-care routine is like taco grease. Like pork grease. Hey, maybe that's the key. We don't even know it. I gotta say, the outfits in the movie are fire, honestly. Especially Adam Driver's. He was wearing the coldest fits. I was like, damn. I did like that. I like the wardrobe in the movie. It was pretty cool. The way they were trying to modernize, like, you know, old Rome. Mm. Mm. You know, they say, like, licking your fingers is rude. You know, I never got that. I don't understand why. Like, I'm just cleaning myself off, you know? I'm cleaning my fingers off, you know? Ooh. Smell this on the last flauta. Oh. 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 Ah. Okay. All right, guys. Let's dive in. Let's see if it works with the fork. I'm banking on it, honestly. Oh my god, that looks crazy good. All right. You know, I think I might I'm trying to raw dog it with my hands, honestly. That's funny, raw dog it. All right. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. I gotta say, there were some hilarious moments in that movie. I don't know if it was intentional, but I was dying in the theater. There's some unintentionally funny moments in that movie. That's why I believe it's gonna get that cult status. I think it will. Put a little more sauce. Put a little more sauce on that. Whoa. I'm gonna bathe in that salsa. Woo! Oh, the cheese. The cheese. Alright, one last bite. It's done, guys. One more taco and that's it. That is it. I think my biggest pet peeve with this movie was the narration, the voiceover. It happens a lot through the film. It's a big part of it, but I saw no absolute use for that narration. It serves no purpose at all, at all, at all. And it's very hard to use narration because, you know, right? Like, you can either use it in a lazy way, just to get your plot, you know, just to get your plot going, you know, or use it in a way where it's we find out why we have that narration. That's when that's a good storytelling device, you know. And this one has no reason to use it at all. And I think it would have benefited from not using the voiceover. I think this movie made us feel like we were dumb, right? Because of the high ideas and the movie was the themes that the movie was trying to explore, the ideas. I think it made me feel like, oh, I'm not smart enough, so you have to explain it in a very childish way. You have to explain it like, oh, like 1, 2, 3, like apples, green apples, you know, that's what it felt like. And I feel like when you alienate, that's how you alienate the audience, you know, by thinking that like the movie's too smart and we have to find a way to make the audience, you know, comprehend it. When in reality, you just gotta trust. You just gotta trust that we're gonna understand it from the get-go. Because this movie does not know what subtlety is at all. It was way obvious. And I think that's why that movie failed particularly, because it was too on the nose. And I think if it was subtle, I think that's would have made the impact of the movie stronger. And it doesn't. I was very much disappointed by that. I don't know what happened. It seemed like something must have happened behind the scenes, because I'm like, this isn't like him, you know? I was kind of surprised. And I'm a huge Francis Ford Coppola fan. I mean, at the end of the day, we gotta give him his flowers. He made his baby. And he let it out to the world. Like, what a vulnerable space to be in. And for him, at the end of the day, he wins. He wins because, as he said so in the press conferences surrounding this movie, he was like, I don't care about making the money. I don't care about making the money back. Like, I don't care. You know, he's all about filmmaking. He's all about his art. And at the end of the day, that's what being a true artist is. Take risks. Keep taking risks. And at his age, you would think he would slow down. But no, like, I think his energy is youthful more than ever. And I really hope he gets to make at least like one more movie, 2 more movies. Like, you know, I hope so, because if this was his last, honestly, it's a little sad. It's a little sad, you know? When that day comes, it's gonna be a really sad day. Alright. Let's go for it. One last taco. Look at the grease on this taco. That is crazy. I put a napkin over it too. It drenched the napkin. Wow. And I'm so glad that the salsas were gonna be like super spicy. I don't mind spice, but if it gets to the point where you're just like, your mouth is burning, you can't even taste it, it's just full on burn. I think that's like, I feel like that defeats the purpose of the salsa. You know, you're supposed to enjoy it. You know, it's like a complimentary to the food, you know? One last bite, guys. Wow, guys. I really enjoyed this food. This food was bomb. I Cometa, guys. If you have one in your city, try it. So good. I think it's more of a local thing, but this is fire. Gasolina, you know? Gas. But to wrap this up, like, but yeah, just to wrap it up, guys. Yeah, Megalopolis. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting movie. I feel like, no matter what, I'm gonna say in all my movie reviews, no matter how good or bad the movie is, I feel like it's always worth a watch. Always worth a watch. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a legend, you know? Michael Jordan missed some free throws, you know what I mean? Like, I still gotta give him his flowers, especially in this circumstance. Like, good on him. Good on him. And at the end of the day, we're all proud of the guy. Honestly, like, artists just honing the craft, and that's it. That is it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes it just doesn't land. And that's completely fair. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for today's video. Thank you for joining me as always. Hope you guys are having a great day, a great week. And thank you. All right, I love y'all. See you guys on the next video. Peace.